Okay guys, so the official Venom trailer is out, so let's just quickly look at it and see what we can gather about the story. So first up, we see a bunch of scientists in a lab, and it looks like it's definitely Eddie Brock that's there in the CAT scan. Now I'm going to assume that they're going to be melding a couple of different things from the Spider-Man history with Venom, and I'm assuming he's probably diagnosed with something along the lines of cancer, and that the Venom suit is sort of going to kind of be a meld of, look, it's a foreign thing, but it might also be able to fight cancer, so there's the best of both worlds. Ultimates, 616, cartoon, whatever you will. After that, we see San Francisco, of course, the Golden Gate Bridge. We know that the majority of the story is supposed to be set here, and that it is, in fact, based on the Lethal Protector storyline, which is going to set its, I guess, whole plot here, or majority of the action is going to be set here at least. And now we have our first look at the love interest. This is actually supposed to be the wife/ex-wife of Eddie Brock. Now, we don't really know what her whole involvement in this is going to be. In the comics, she actually does have a symbiote on her. I'm gonna guess in the movie, she's probably revealed to be one of the villains, quite along with I would say a few other ones, since they are based now on Lethal Protector, which had quite a few symbiotes in it. We then have a scene of Eddie Brock inside of a facility. Not sure exactly what's going on here, but I can see what seems to be the same thing we're going to talk about in just a little bit, which is probably the symbiote right in here in this chamber, which I'm guessing this is probably one of the first time he stumbles upon some weird experimentation going on with this, and he starts questioning, what are you people doing to me? And is this why I'm, feeling off today? We then see that some sort of crash has happened. Now, we don't really know what this is. It could be one of many things. The instinct would go, okay, it's clearly something alien that's crashed. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. We don't really know. We see that it is quite dangerous. There's people in hazmat suits and everything like that walking around it. So it could be an alien ship, or it could be some sort of ancient discovery that they were transporting around and then the plane ended up crashing or something along those lines. So quite clearly they seem to be playing around with what this thing is once again. And earlier, how I said I was going to show you guys the little tube I was talking about when Tom Hardy was in that darkish room. Well, here it is. This is the symbiote. Now, I'm guessing this is what's recovered from that wreckage site. And since we've talked about, where it's coming from, we've heard that there's going to be a part of the movie that takes place in Japan in ancient times, like they had a samurai village. So I'm wondering if this thing crashed there eons ago and they finally discovered it. They're transporting it. The accident happens, and it probably breaks out. I'm guessing it maybe that's how it gets on Tom Hardy or something like that. Like he was just kind of there. Then they pull him in. They're like, ooh, you have cancer. But no, really, we're going to experiment on you. And then finally, we have Eddie Brock, who's being experimented on. And this is when he's in the CAT scan and he's freaking out. Obviously, I think this is when the suit is going to kind of take a, I guess, kind of reveal, I would say. Maybe this is the first time he breaks out. And then, the containment unit and everything. We see at the beginning of the trailer, he's running through. Red lights are flashing. I'm guessing this is that. And I'm going to guess the CAT scan actually hurts the symbiote. So that's why it happens. So there it is, guys. That is the teaser trailer to Venom. Honestly, it was interesting. There's a lot of elements at play that I think could work, but we still don't know much about it, which is really the part that I think people are going to be worried about. I like how it looks, but, there's nothing here that sells me on the look of Venom, and that's the unfortunate part.